Okay, so there's another type of application problem that I want you guys to be aware of, and it's a little different. So it says Mason, the pilot, wants to fly. So this is how he wants to go. He wants to be going at a speed of 240 miles per hour at 20 degrees south of east. However, there is a gusty wind blowing 35 miles per hour from the north. What airspeed and compass bearing should Mason maintain on the instrument panel? So let me label this here. So the wind plus the settings on the plane will equal the actual / want to go. Okay? So the wind is going to affect the way he's going, and we know that. So he's going to aim his plane so that after the wind blows him, he's going exactly where he wants to go. So this one's a little bit tricky here. We basically know the answer. So he wants to go, there's a wind blowing from the north, so that means it's pushing directly south, and that's 35. And south of east, so you start east and move towards south. That would be 20 degrees there, and 240 miles per hour. Okay. This one, remember, you could use 270 as your angle, but I know that it's 0 over and 35 down. So that's what I'm going to use. If you would like to type it in your calculator, your angle would be 270. So I've got decimals up on my other screen. Hopefully you have your calculator near you. So I'm going to calculate the vector coordinates, the x and the y for my blue one where he wants to go. So I'm going to use my x will be 240 cosine 20, and y is going to be 240 sine 20. And I'm going to have a positive x and a negative y value because I'm going forward and to the right. So let's see, 240 cosine of 20 degrees. And I'm going to just make sure I'm in degrees. I am. I got 225.5 and 240 sine of 20. I have 82.1, and I remember that I have to make my y value negative because I'm moving down. So now I need to set this up in what I have up here. So my wind was 0, negative 35. I don't know what my actual settings are. They're going to be x and y. And I want to land at 225.5 comma negative 82.1. So you've basically come up with a subtraction problem here where 0 plus what gives you 225.5. Well, that's the easy one. 225.5. And over here, negative 35 plus what equals 82.1. So I'm going to do that, 82.1. And it would be negative 47.1, right? So if you took a negative 35 and subtracted another 47.1, you would be at negative 82.1. So we have now solved for the settings. I did that in both green and yellow. So this is the vector address of it's supposed to be a 1 here, of my new one. So it would be just as long but slightly shallower, right? Because then when I added the red part to it, I would end up getting my blue line, which is what we want. So I'm not done yet, though. I need to find the magnitude and the direction. So the magnitude, how fast is he actually going to go? I'm going to square these and add them together. And either you need to put a parenthesis around this negative number before you square it, or just type it in as positive when you square it. Because a negative times a negative equals a positive. And plus 47.1 squared. So I got 230.4 miles per hour. Okay, and that makes sense. And the direction, remember, use tangent inverse for direction. And my y over my x. Now, it is important here to type in the negative so that you get the correct angle. And 225.5. I got negative 11.8 degrees. Now, that's probably not what you're not going to tell the pilot. Oh, pointed at negative 11.8 degrees. Nope, we would say that he would be 11.8 degrees south of east. Okay. So there are your two answers for that one.